We are always watching you. Your body belongs to us. You cannot escape.
Your blood, your flesh, your rage, it's all ours.
Yes. Everything is ours. The brand. As long as you bear the brand, your anger, your sadness, your pain, and even your fear, everything is ours.
1. You pay taxes to people you'd like to see locked up in jail. This is perhaps the biggest indicator that we are slaves to the Matrix. The traditional notion of slavery conjures up images of people in shackles forced to work on plantations to support rich plantation owners. The modern-day version of this is forced taxation, where our incomes are automatically docked before we ever see the money, regardless of whether or not we approve of how the money is spent. 2. You go to the doctor, but you're still sick. Modern medical care, for all of its scientific progress, has sadly become sick care, where we are rarely advised to eat well and tend to our mental and physical health, but instead are routinely advised to consume expensive medications and procedures that are pushed by the for-profit healthcare matrix. You've picked Team Democrat or Team Republican and argue with your friends, family, and co-workers about politics. This is what the control strategy of divide and conquer looks like in our society. Both of the major parties are corrupt through and through, and independent candidates are not even allowed to participate in public debates. By believing in one of these parties and burning your personal energy on arguing with other ordinary people, you are turning over your soul to the Matrix and doing your share in making sure that we the people will never be united against corruption. 4. You work hard doing something you hate to earn fiat dollars. Work is important and money does pay the bills. However, so many people lose the best years of their lives doing things they hate, just for money. The truth about money today is that we do not have money, but instead, inflationary fiat currency that is privately owned and manipulated. Since it is still necessary to get by in this world, it is best that you get more value for your time by doing something you enjoy or by working with people you do not despise. It is easier than you may think to live on less money than we believe we need. We just have to be willing to go against the grain. Realize this. 5. You're willing to accrue personal debt to fund the acquisition of a consumer-oriented lifestyle. Each time a credit card is swiped, it creates digits on the balance sheets of the banks that are most involved with the financial looting of the world today. These digits are then multiplied electronically by the fractional reserve system, which exponentially increases the power of these institutions. To participate in this, and by agreeing to pay this fake money back with interest in order to maintain a certain lifestyle, is a strong indication that you are bound by one of the main tenets of the Matrix: consumerism. 6. You converse with real people about the ongoing happenings of TV shows. TV is the most potent tool used for mind control, and the programming that is available, while certainly cool, fun, or entertaining, is geared to reinforce certain behaviors amongst the masses. Dramatizing the ego's importance, over-sexualizing everything, glorifying violence, and teaching submissiveness to phony authority are the main features of modern TV. By taking what is happening on screen and making it a part of your real life, you are doing your job of supporting the Matrix's desire to confuse us about the nature of reality, proving that something doesn't have to actually happen in order for it to feel real to people. 7. You don't have anything to hide from total surveillance. If it does not bother you that someone, somewhere, working for somebody is watching you, listening to your conversations, and monitoring your movements, then you are a good slave to them. Matrix. Invisible surveillance is an insidious form of thought control, and by using the logic of, I have nothing to hide, therefore, it will do me no harm to be surveilled, then you are mindlessly admitting that you have an earthly master and are not of sovereign mind and body. 8. You think the world would be safer if only governments had guns. This is a violent world, and criminals engage in criminality against honest people at every level of society, including from within the government. Sure, in a perfect world, weapons wouldn't be necessary for anyone, but, sadly, our world is anything but perfect, and firearms are indeed a very effective form of protection against common criminals and abusive governments alike. The willingness to forego your right to self-defense is a sign that you've relegated personal responsibility to someone else. Having the masses abdicate personal responsibility is one of the most important aspects of controlling them. Welcome to the Matrix. 9. You knowingly drink fluoridated water. Of all the health debates taking place today, the topic of fluoridated water is the easiest to understand, for it is a toxic byproduct of an industrial process. Poison. Water is supposedly fluoridated to aid in dental health, which is debatable in itself, but if this were so, then the involuntary fluoridation of public water is a medication without your consent. A form of slavery. Knowing this and continuing to drink fluoridated water is a sign that you're content with your slavery to the Matrix. Here are scientifically validated reasons to end public water fluoridation. 10. You knowingly consume toxic poisons like MSG and aspartame. These two chemicals are widely known to be toxic to the human body. Knowing this and continuing to poison yourself with tasty, but chemical-laden processed foods is a sign that the Matrix has programmed you to place less value on your health and future than on your immediate gratification. 11. You depend on the pharmaceutical industrial complex for the management of your own mental health. The use of psychotropic medicines is rising rapidly in our society because people have been convinced that mental and emotional states can be classified as diseases, while the truth about natural mental health has been obfuscated by corporate media and the for-profit medical establishment. If you're taking psychotropic medications, then you are under one of the most potent forms of mind control available. Part of this control is to convince you that you have no authority over your own mind. This is perhaps the Matrix's most terrible lie, and by willingly taking these psychotropic medications you are conforming to the worst kind of slavery, and inhibiting your natural mental and emotional responses to the life stressors that are signaling to you that you need to change your behavior and habits. 12. You haven't yet stopped watching your local and national news programming. The mainstream news media is a tool of control and manipulation, and by continuing to support their ideas and worldviews by giving them your attention, you are volunteering to be a slave to this not-so-subtle form of mental programming. Even the local news is scripted at the national level by agents of the handful of corporations tasked with shaping our opinions of events. 13. You're more concerned with televised sports or other mindless distractions than you are with the quality of your natural environment. The Deepwater Horizon, Alberta tar sands, the rise of fracking, the sacrifice of the Amazon, and Fukushima are all life-changing events that will severely impact our future on planet Earth. To be unconcerned with all of this while tuning into a never-ending stream of sports trivia and distraction-based living is a sign that your sense of self-preservation has been stolen and replaced with an impulsive tendency for triviality and escapism. 14. You're skeptical of any area of life that hasn't been proven or validated by modern science. The very essence of science is the inquiry into the unknown, implying that until science can grasp something, it is unexplainable. By discrediting or ridiculing experiences that other people have, which yet evade scientific understanding, like near-death experiences, acupuncture, or the life-changing effects of ayahuasca, then you are slavishly reducing your understanding of the world to a narrow range of possibilities. The Matrix is made possible by the efforts of volunteer gatekeepers who are unwilling to think outside of the box. 15. You've never questioned the popularized version of ancient history and the origins of our civilization. There are many unanswered questions about the origins of the human race that point to a different version of human history than what is taught in school. Read 20 history questions. They refuse to answer in school to discover some of the many ways in which our history has been hijacked. By never questioning what we've been told about our origin, we are acquiescing to many of the imposed belief systems and narrow-banded views of human potential that the Matrix promotes. 16. You haven't yet realized that you are a spiritual being living a human experience. The sun is real, manifest its CME blasts to end this matrix nightmare. Only the Masons call it fake because they are scared of losing everything they own. Fake bastards.